Hello everybody and welcome back to Casual Gamer Oz as we make our way to the Italian Grand Prix round 13 of season 4 into our mode on F1 2017. Torro driver Ben Waterworth. My name is Ben Waterworth. Circuit we got our very first pole position at, actually our second pole position at in season 1 of F1 2016. Our very first win back in season 2 of F1 2016. But let's get into the race here. And, oh, we've got a wet track on dry tyres. This is not what we're going to want. We're going to try our best here. We've still got DRS. But obviously, with a strong power unit, we feel like we should do okay here in Monza. But, obviously, similar conditions to what we just had in the Belgian Grand Prix in terms of a wet track but dry tyres. So, we'll see how we can handle this here. And obviously not ideal conditions, but we've got a good engine in the back of our car with all the developments we've had. So hopefully for us that can get us through unscathed. We've at the moment currently on pole position pace. We only need to be in 16th. So we'll keep an eye on that at the moment. We're going to lose a bit of time here into this section of the circuit. Let's maintain our position at the moment. Whoa, it was a big slide. Still get DRS in these conditions, which is interesting, given that the track is still very, very wet. Coming up here into Ascari. If we can hold on to this, we're going to be in good stead here. We obviously want top 10 at least, would be nice. We're going to lose a lot of positions there coming through as we get slow in the Ascari. 5th at the moment. It's our best ever qualifying in F1 2017 is 5th. We don't want to lose the back end here into the Parabolica. If we can hold on to this, top 10 should be ours. We get that there. Can we hang on to 5th place? Can we hang on to 5th place? We can. We can. We get our best qualifying in F1 2017, our equal best qualifying, and that is our highest qualifying in F1 2017 in quite some time. I'm just scrolling through the results here. You have to go back to China Season 2 when we last qualified this high on the grid. So, there you go. Alright, no pressure then race day. Hopefully we can have a dry one. Let's see how we go. I'm going to get into that now. Oh, goodness me. The pressure is on us here now. We want a dry race to really stretch this engine out. The upgrades on the car. We've been building and building up on the engine. And obviously last year in Italy, we had that incident with Valtteri Bottas, didn't we? Who kind of put us in the wall in the Parabolica. After we got that interesting start, we managed to make a few positions off the start line and then snuck through to take a few sneaky positions. Look at that, we're creaming Grosjean. Can we win our very first ever battle? And our purple zone all the way up there. I'll tell you one thing, a strong performance here. And it looks like we've got a dry one. Strong performance here, and we might find ourselves possibly promoted to first driver. I probably just jinxed myself there. Alright. 5th. The last time we started 5th, China. Back in Season 2 here in F1 2017. We ended up finishing that race in 6th place. The only other time we qualified 5th this high on F1 2017, we got 5th in Canada in Season 1 of F1 2017. Obviously, we're not counting the poles that we had in F1 2016. Well then, we're purely talking F1 2017 here. When we started on pole here, we got DNF'd in that race. I remember we got taken off at the start of the race, didn't we? When we got 6th here, we won the race. Anyway, we've got a dry race. We're not on the inside line. We're going to try our best here, folks. The Italian Grand Prix is underway. Our best grid start in quite some time. I'm getting squeezed already there by one car. And I'm going to brake very early because I'm not trusting these guys who are really getting racy with me side by side. And I got a warning there from somebody. I don't know who it was that I collided. Hamilton very slow as he collides with me ever so slightly. We remember what happened in Austria. Perez has got an amazing start. He's up into 4th. And we're going to shove one down the inside of Massa, shove one down the inside of Perez. Bottas and Raikkonen fighting over position in front of us there. We get a great start. back up into 4th position, into the Lesmos. Hold on to it there. Jeff is happy with our start. I'm happy with that start. And let's hold on to this position as we're hanging on to the back here of Raikkonen. Obviously our engine performance is our strong suit, and this is the circuit to really shine that engine performance in Formula 1. We've got Perez behind us, so he's a good rear gunner to have rather than someone like a Hamilton who you would expect to catch us like he did in Austria and then punch you off the racetrack like he did in Austria. Raikkonen being held up here by Bottas. Vettel obviously leading this Grand Prix. We're going to put ourselves up into rich mode here on the straight. Perez is going to have a run at us. Obviously he's got that Mercedes engine, but I think our car in terms of development is faster than that Mercedes engine, just based on how we've upgraded this car. We just make it through the opening chicane there, so you don't want to get too much of those curbs. Raikkonen now starting to pull away slightly, but being held up by Bottas. Like to see Raikkonen get past Bottas. Give yourselves a Ferrari 1-2 here in Monza. We gain a little bit of speed on them. Take it cleanly. Perez getting racy on our bottom. Can keep this going. This will be a big, big boost for us. It's been a long time since we've been up this far. Put the rich mode on again. Accelerate away from Perez. Obviously no DRS until the next lap. Switch it back down to standard. Set a purple sector. We'll take that. Through Ascari. Keep it clean. Oh, nearly run it wide. Put it back up to rich revs here. We don't want Perez to take us into the Parabolica. I'm going to cover the inside because that's where Bottas got us into the wall last season. I'm very scared with the car behind me heading through the Parabolica. Vettel sets the fastest lap. Raikkonen sets the fastest lap. We don't set the fastest lap. DRS has been enabled. We're going to cover the inside line. Let Perez go around the outside. He's going to have a look. Perez is going to have a look. We're going to brake very late here. Just hold on to the car. Avoid the curbs. Raikkonen having a go at Bottas there ahead of us. You can see him. Go, Kimi. It's Finn versus Finn. We know how those two usually battle in real life. Obviously, we're not quite up to the standards of the front guys in terms of catching them. Even though our engine is slightly powerful, I think they're picking up the speed in the curves. Oh no, and I've lost it there. Hold on to it just slightly. Going to put it up to rich mode. Ricciardo gaining on Perez there. You can see just in the background. And putting it to rich mode is more about defending and getting some good speed coming out of the turns. As that's what we're going to do here with the engine. We're going to let it sing. We're going to let it soar. Hopefully we can get Ascari clean. Bit that way, bit the other way. Good. That felt good. Perez, strong run on me here. I'm going to keep to the inside line here. Sergio. I'm going to plant my car nice and deep in there so Parabolica is not yours. Vettel goes fastest again. I'm going to maintain this down the main straight. We're only 7 seconds behind the lead here, folks, but we're obviously not going to win this race. We're not here to win. We're here to maintain 4th place at the moment, and that's what we're doing. Get a tiny bit of curve on the penultimate lap here. All right, stretch the legs a little bit more on the rich mode to take it away from Sergio because we've got an overtaking maneuver possibly up here. But again, the acceleration on our car feels fantastic. Sprinting away from Sergio Perez there. That's where the development is coming in handy here in Monza. We thought this would be a strong track for us, and so far it's proving that way if we can maintain this position. We're going to have another invitational after this race and another bit of a break before we head in to our Asian leg. We're going to put it back up to rich mode here. And again, Perez getting very racy. He's going to go along the side of me here coming into Ascari. Don't you clip me, Sergio. Oh, I just hold on to it there, get a little bit loose and manage to get onto it there. We're going to keep it onto rich mode heading up here into the Parabolica. Ricciardo getting a bit racy on Sergio. Again, we're going to plant it on the inside. Hold off Sergio just a little bit more. Heading out into the Parabolica for the penultimate time. Keep it on the black stuff, Ben. That's it. Power down the main straight. Final lap. Final lap. Here we go. There's a lot of cars racing behind there. Not sure who that is, if that was Ocon or a Williams getting down that main straight. I know Massa was kind of around that spot there before. It's Massa by the looks of things. Stroll looks like he's up there too for Williams as well. I'm going to switch it to rich mode again to try and boost the acceleration point. Coming up here, we're going to take it down a notch once again. Save a little bit for the back straight. Take this cleanly, Ben. Just like that. That's good. Alrighty. You're nearly there. You're nearly there. Perez getting very racy on you now. Might make a move coming up here. We're going to put it up to rich revs. Take it nice and cleanly into Ascari. We saw that he tried to get you there before. You've got more of a gap on him this time around. Take this cleanly and it's yours to lose. Slide it out a little bit through there. Does it fantastically. That's what we want. Alright, it all comes down to this main straight and what Perez can do at Parabolica. He's holding on to me. He's holding on to me ever so slightly. Vettel, fastest lap. I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to do it. We're going to do it here, folks. We're going to hold on to 4th place. Great result. Jeffrey. Thank you very much. That is our highest race finish in quite some time. You have to go all the way back, and I'm scrolling through here. We got 5th in Britain Season 2 on F1 2017. Back to our podium here in Italy 3 whole seasons ago to have anything remotely as high as that. Oh, that feels good. Alrighty, let's just have a look at how this replay started. We just see I got boxed in here at this point. Couldn't quite get across to where I wanted to be. I feel as though I could have easily taken almost the lead in this race had I not got boxed in so much there just off the start of the race. I had to back out of it slightly too. And Hamilton just got a terrible run coming out of that chicane. I got very racy with Ricciardo there. Eased past him, and then I managed to dive down Perez, and that was my race. That's how I got 4th. And I'll take that. Oh, right. Standings-wise, well, I don't even move up that much. In 10th place, actually. Vettel, 66 points. Nearly 2.5 wins clear at the moment. Raikkonen, 2nd. Hamilton, 3rd. Bottas, 4th. Ricciardo. Perez moves up to 6th. Massa. Verstappen all the way down there in 8th. Ocon in 9th. And we've got a bit of catching up to get to Ocon, but if we keep up this good run of form, we can maybe go up to 9th. But 22, we'll take it. We've got a big boost of points there, obviously, as we did there. Constructors, we move ahead of Haas, so good news there for Torro Rosso. Ferrari romping away with it again. Mercedes, Red Bull, Force India, Williams, us, Haas, Renault, Sauber and McLaren yet to score. We're off to Singapore next. We'll have an invitational Grand Prix, of course, for you next, though. And in the meantime, remember to like, subscribe, and comment to us here on Casual Gamer Oz. 4th place in Italy. We'll take it. Let's see if we can back that up in Singapore. Good night.